Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go, this is Valley News Live at 5.
As parents, students, administrators, and district employees nervously eye the reopening of Fargo and West Fargo public schools under coronavirus pandemic rules, many are wondering if safety plans will offer enough protection. Valley News Team's Callie Hubbard is live in studio with your questions and answers from school leaders. Callie?
Andrea, it's hard to believe tomorrow and Thursday are the first day of hybrid learning for both school districts. School leaders say they're actively answering frequently asked questions on their websites. I pulled some of the most popular questions. Answers vary depending on the school district. Someone asked West Fargo Public Schools about receiving federal COVID funds and how those will be spent. They say federal COVID dollars are being used to buy more devices to support distance, hybrid learning, and additional cleaning supplies. In addition to federal dollars, they're also providing added contracted services for students with special needs. Sticking with West Fargo, parents there want to know, does being quarantined impact their child's attendance record? West Fargo says quarantine-related absences will be excused just like any illness. The district Student Attendance Review Board will make provisions for these situations. They say children will be able to make up assignments on an adjusted time frame if they are out with COVID symptoms. With Fargo Public Schools, teachers are asking if they will have to use their own personal or sick days if they're infected with COVID-19, or if they'll need to quarantine due to exposure to the virus. And that simple answer is no. Another West Fargo question: when students are absent, will parents still have to physically pick up assignments, or will there be a way for them to be delivered electronically? They say they're using electronic delivery means as much as possible. Someone asked if Fargo and West Fargo will be providing childcare for the hybrid model off days. Fargo says the Boys and Girls Club will be providing school out programming, and West Fargo is still trying to figure that out. Now, these are just some of the many questions school leaders have answered. For more, you can download our Valley News Live app.
All right. Thank you, Callie. And tomorrow, as we mentioned, is the first day of school for students who attend Fargo Public Schools. Police are reminding drivers to be extra careful and avoid distractions like phones, especially in school zones and neighborhoods. Passing an active school bus and not yielding to pedestrians could cost you a ticket of up to $100. Fargo Public Schools says they will not be outside the school directing traffic on the first day. And Fargo Public Schools is now announcing all students will receive free meals for the start of the school year. That's free breakfast and lunch. School leaders say it's an extension of the USDA Summer Food Service program. The free meals will last as long as December 31st or until available federal funding runs out. You get the sense all day that it's going to rain, but some areas haven't seen any moisture. Let's find out how this evening looks. Nathan's got your first alert forecast. Hey, Nathan.
Hey, Andrea. Yeah, in the Southern Valley, we saw a few spits of rainfall through the afternoon, but those clouds cleared nicely for us as we went through the afternoon. But the winds have really persisted across the valley this afternoon. You can see right now winds gusting upwards of 49 miles per hour in Jamestown, 32 miles per hour in Valley City. Even in Fargo, seeing that wind gusting around 38 miles per hour, and mostly a southwesterly direction to those winds. And that wind advisory, of course, goes until 8 p.m. for our North Dakota neighborhoods north of I-94. Again, through 8 p.m., still expecting wind gusts upwards of 45 to 50 miles per hour. Seeing clearing skies right now off in the west, but we are seeing some light moisture in the northern valley. You can see just a few spotty thunder showers at this point. One right near the New Fulton area, near the around Thief River Falls, I should say. You can see just north of Thief River Falls, exiting New Fulton, but looking to head toward the Grigla area. Just some splash and dash type showers there in that neck of the woods this evening, and I do expect most of that shower change to stay in the northern valley tonight. Temperatures where the clouds have hung around in Minnesota, mid-60s, but in Jamestown, where the sunshine has been busy all day long, seeing those low 80s, so almost a tale of two air masses, you could say, for us. Now, Andrea, the winds will continue for the next couple hours, so we'll break down when those end and look ahead to tomorrow coming up in a couple minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Nathan. A 44-year-old man is now charged with murder after police say he stabbed someone over the weekend in Grand Forks. According to court records, Sahadev Gali is accused of stabbing 46-year-old Ram Monger Sunday night at Valley Park Apartments in Grand Forks. Grand Forks police say that Gali used a kitchen knife to stab Monger. Authorities say the two were arguing over money. Court documents say Monger was pronounced dead around 2:30 Monday morning. Fargo City Commissioner Tony Gehrig is now asking for the removal of 8 surveillance cameras in downtown Fargo. Those high-resolution cameras are attached to posts along Broadway and have been in place for 8 years. Gehrig believes the cameras invade privacy, and he says he'll talk to the new police chief about removing them. Interim Police Chief Ross Renner says the cameras have been useful in solving crimes. Let's take a look at the COVID-19 numbers. In Minnesota, the Department of Health is reporting 502 confirmed cases of COVID-19, along with 6 new deaths linked to the illness. In total, over 1,800 deaths have been attributed to the disease. Over 68,000 people are listed as recovered. In North Dakota, there are 191 new cases, along with 2 new deaths in the state. The death toll remains at 145. The active case count is up to 2,245. Students walking on NDSU's campus today likely heard some of the changes being made due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The university's concert choir has taken their rehearsals outside to help minimize the risk of the coronavirus. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with those in the choir today and has our story.
For just 30 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday, students walking near Reineke Hall around the lunch hour might hear more than just the 12th Avenue traffic.
It's not ideal, but at least we're singing.
An outdoor sound system helps Director Joanne Miller reach not only the members in the back, but also those joining via Zoom while they quarantine at home.
So there's a lot of moving parts for a 30-minute rehearsal.
Miller says the 52 members break into small groups on Mondays and Wednesdays to rehearse indoors, but says mandatory mask wearing stays the same.
It takes a little bit to get used to, just because like with breathing, it's really just all up in your face. But after trying it out this past week, I'd say it's not very difficult at all.
Both Paulson and Miller say once Mother Nature stops cooperating, their large group rehearsals will socially distance inside the festival concert hall, which holds over 1,000 people.
You know, we just are going to make do and make it happen.
Adding, while there won't be any concerts or competitions this year, the choir will pre-record songs for family and friends to listen to. And because many colleges across the country have put their music departments on hold entirely, Paulson says she's thankful to still be able to sing in the choir no matter the conditions.
So I was really excited that NDSU actually let us come up with a plan for our music departments, and that we actually do get a chance to sing together even though we have to wear masks, because it really is the best part of my day.
In North Fargo, Bailey Hurley, Valley News Live.
Both Paulson and Miller say they're hopeful to resume choir tours and concerts next spring. Family and friends of Jacob Blake held a community gathering today, countering days of violence, destruction, and division following the shooting of Blake. Organizers say the event was planned as a way to support and celebrate the Kenosha community, including a food drive, playtime for kids, voter registration, and a cleanup effort. Reverend Jesse Jackson attended the gathering, which was a follow-up to a march and rally held Saturday. After President Trump announced his visit to Kenosha, family and organizers say they wanted a peaceful counter-event for the community.
We don't have any words for the orange man. All I ask is that he keep his disrespect, his foul language far away from our family. We need a president that's going to unite our country and take us in a different direction.
Family members say Jacob Blake is still hospitalized, in a lot of pain, and still paralyzed. NDSU says only 10,000 people will be allowed in the Fargo Dome when the Bison take on Central Arkansas on October 3rd. The change is due to COVID guidelines. The game day procedures were developed by NDSU, the Fargo Dome, the City of Fargo, and FargoCast Public Health. For more information, go ahead and head over to the VNL News app. The New York State Fair is canceled due to the coronavirus pandemic, but the Butter sculpture legacy lives on. The sculpture was unveiled in Syracuse this morning. The theme is Nourishing Our Future. It shows children enjoying milk in 2 learning environments, one in school, getting ready to eat lunch at their desk. You see her mask lowered around her neck. On the other side, 2 children learning from home with a teacher on a laptop screen and their pet cat by their side. Still ahead tonight, find out what researchers are saying as one of the leading medical companies in the U.S. enters the final stage of vaccine testing.
And I do expect those winds to calm down by about 9 o'clock with clear skies in the Southern Valley and cooling into the 60s by about 10 o'clock tonight. And same for our friends in Grand Forks, where we're seeing a gradual clearing trend of those clouds, winds calming down, cooling into the upper 50s there by the midnight hour. We got even cooler weather on the way for the days ahead. I'll break it down next.